Good day, beautiful people. My name is John Shearer, and I'm a mindfulness master and mentor for Roses in the Ocean. I have a lived experience of mental illness and also a lived experience of suicide. And I just love talking about mindfulness. In previous videos, I've talked about mindful practice and what true mindfulness is. Today, I'd like to share a little thing I wrote some years ago, which is called What Mindfulness Is Not. It helps to explain what mindfulness actually is, because there's a lot of misapprehensions out there around mindfulness and what it truly is. So I'll read what I wrote for Elephant Journal many years ago. It has a 10 million a month readership, and it was very, very popular. One thing is certain, mindfulness is not easy, but it is simple. It doesn't come naturally. That is why it requires much practice. It's not about relaxing. Mindfulness just means noticing what's happening, including the things we find difficult. It doesn't involve listening to panpipes to escape our worries. It isn't a meditation practice. Mindfulness is a practice for the whole of life. It's about finding a different way to respond to experience throughout our day. It isn't about emptying our minds. Minds produce thoughts, and that's what they're built for. And our minds keep on producing them even if we do happen to be meditating. We can become calm and settled by learning to accept our thoughts, make room for them, or let them go. It is always good to remind ourselves that thoughts are just that, thoughts. No need to dwell on them, fight with them, act on them, or try to avoid them. It isn't Buddhist. It is true that mindfulness has its roots in the age of Buddha, but no one owns mindfulness. Mindfulness has evolved and has now become the merging of ancient Eastern philosophy and the latest Western psychology. The beauty of mindfulness is that it is not a religion at all. However, all religions could greatly benefit from having a mindful practice. It isn't a technique. Mindfulness isn't something you do. It's a way of being. It isn't a way to fix our problems. Mindfulness can help eliminate depression, anxiety, stress, or chronic pain, but not by fixing them. We learn to relate in a new way to the things that trouble us, rather than trying to make them go away. Having a mindful practice is about retraining our minds so that we can cope with whatever comes our way. It isn't about doing things slowly. Some mindfulness courses include things like eating a raisin slowly. That does help us to notice details that we may otherwise miss. It also highlights the fact that we often go or rush through the motions while thinking about other things. But that doesn't mean that we should do everything slowly. A mindful practice is about doing things on purpose, even if they are sometimes at a fast pace. It isn't scientific. Research into the effects of mindfulness and its impact on the mind and body are impressive. It is helping to bring mindfulness into the mainstream. Science can measure what mindfulness does, but it can't measure what it is. Measuring mindfulness is a science. Practicing it is an art that requires presence, awareness, connection, and living in the moment. It isn't a fad. Mindfulness is certainly becoming popular, but is it a fad? Our communities are becoming more distracted than ever before. Mindlessness is rampant, and there is a growing epidemic of mental suffering. Modern culture seems to be focused on wanting more, getting more and having more. Mindfulness is about being grateful in the moment and is here to stay. Be mindful, pause, connect. And here's a little mindfulness definition just to finish off on, as well as a Rumi quote. Mindfulness is the non-judgmental observation of the ongoing stream of internal and external stimuli as they arise. And Rumi said, "Who am I standing in the midst of this thought traffic?" Something to think about. So once again, I'll just repeat what I've been saying for many years. I've made it my thing now. If you Google "be mindful," pause, connect, you'll find me. So for now, mindful love and light always. Thank you.